Okay. What's next?
Hi, folks. Steve back with New London News and Events with, as promised, a full report on this evening's New London Village Council meeting. And we'll also take a quick look at the weather ahead. So stick around. That's all coming up next on New London News and Events. During council meetings, the village administrator reported to council that there will be a Teams meeting with ODNR on January 30th to discuss potentially being able to utilize more water from the reservoir. Currently, the village owns or has access to 10% of the water in the reservoir. They'd like to increase that to 24% due to increased demand for water and the ability to sell the water. The administrator also reported that 2 bids had been received to farm the tillable land around the reservoir, and council authorized the administrator to enter into a 3-year contract with the high bidder for $180 per acre to farm that tillable land the village owns out around the New London Reservoir. And also, the village administrator, council, and department heads will meet on January 23rd at 9 a.m. to continue discussing and planning preparations for the upcoming solar eclipse. I know so far the village plans to open both the New London Reservoir Campground and the Recreation Park for camping that weekend. And the New London Community Club is actively planning events, entertainment, and food trucks, but much more to come on that as we get closer to the solar eclipse. Council also took action on some ordinances. Council voted unanimously to table Ordinance 2024-01. That is the ordinance that would have prohibited cultivation, processing, and retail sales of marijuana within the village. That now being tabled, it could be brought up at some future time, but for now, it's no longer up for discussion. And council passed on emergency ordinance 2024-02, authorizing the fire department to respond to emergency calls in non-contracting townships. Council also passed the second reading of ordinance 2024-03. This ordinance sets the fees and rates for utilization of the facilities within the New London Reservoir and the Recreation Park for 2024. Moving into new business, council made some committee appointments for the new year. First up, for citizen appointments, Marvin McAllister will remain on the Income Tax Board and the Zoning Commission, and Tom Neal will continue to serve on the Records Commission. Councilman Jason Anderson was selected to fill the vacant council seat on the Veterans Memorial Board, and Councilman Michael Krabs was selected to fill the vacant council seat on the Zoning Commission. Council members Jennifer Ball and Steve Rader will continue to serve as the village's representatives on the Firelands Ambulance Board. Well, that's it for the village council meeting. I'll be back in just a minute with a look at the upcoming weather forecast. And taking just a quick look at the weather forecast, it looks like it might be a little dicey out in the morning. We do have a winter weather advisory going into effect tonight at midnight, running until noon tomorrow for freezing rain with accumulations of ice up to 1/10 of an inch. Then after that, get ready for soggy, muddy conditions, and we'll start to warm up with highs reaching into the 50s by Thursday, lows staying above freezing, and rain in the forecast all 4 days. So it's going to get sloppy out there, folks. Well, that's it for this episode. I am Steve with New London News and Events. Thanks for watching. Remember, like, follow, and share, and we'll see you next time.